What's going on, golf addicts? DB here. I've got another electric interview for you. I'm excited about this dude. He's an Oklahoma State guy. Go Pokes or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not sure what a poke is, but maybe he'll tell us. Austin Eckroat, thanks for being on the podcast. We appreciate the time, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on.
Poke. What's a poke?
Honestly, I've been a fan for
You don't know.
23 years, and I have no idea. I just say it.
You were like born in the football locker room.
Yeah,
Or something,
I
right? Like,
know.
how do you not know what it is?
I don't
Okay.
know. I definitely has something to do with Cowboys, but not
Right,
sure.
right. All right, listen, we got to get this stuff out of the way early, man.
Mhm.
So apparently you're best friends with Matthew Wolff.
Yep.
You're getting married soon. I'm assuming that Matt Wolff is going to give some sort of speech. And as talkative as that MFer is, what is your plan to keep his speech to less than 30 minutes?
It's unbelievable, isn't it? You ask him one question and rambles on for 30 minutes.
It's unreal.
We're keeping his speech to the rehearsal dinner. We're doing
Okay.
groomsmen rehearsal dinner, so
Okay.
maybe he'll have enough drinks in him where he'll want to do it short and sweet.
Listen, don't let him talk before the food goes out, because if you
Oh
got a
yeah.
bunch of hungry pokes in there, they're going to
Mhm.
be ready to eat, and he's going to be rambling on about something.
For sure.
So we can't have that. Also, I want to get this out of the way too. I want to bring up this screen and have you, as one of his closest friends, Austin, have
Mhm.
you talked to him about his cankles and maybe said, "Look, I'm your friend. I love you, but you got cankles, bro, and this is
You
what
know,
we
and
need to do to fix this." Have you ever had that discussion?
I've honestly never really noticed it, but
You
that
see
picture
it, don't you?
definitely shows, like, he looks like he has some cankles. It's incredible though, he's actually pretty athletic. He doesn't quite look that athletic, but, I
Yeah.
mean, he's an athlete. I mean, that's a that's a tough picture right there. Too
Isn't it?
bad they let him start wearing shorts again. The pants are definitely a better fit for him, huh?
So, I mean, I don't know what the solution is. I don't know if it's like, don't wear shorts even though you're allowed, or if it's
Mhm.
like, I mean, I don't really know how you get rid of cankles. Do you do, like, extra calf raises and get the calves really jacked up and so they don't run into your ankles? I don't know, but I notice weird things about guys, and I noticed that right off the bat when Matt got out on tour, and I would tell you this too, be on the lookout, because Austin, you can report back to us and let us know.
Mhm.
Whenever you get to see I don't know if you've ever seen Tommy Fleetwood up close with shorts on,
Mhm.
but Tommy also has a mean set of cankles on him,
Really?
and I would be curious to know your thoughts, having seen a lot of Matt Wolff's cankles in your life, like, and you see Tommy's. I would love to know, like, what you think about which one has the worst set of cankles.
I'll definitely look into that. I played with Tommy in, North Carolina last year, but it was during the event, so it was pants. But,
Okay, yeah. Tr try
I
to
don't know the solution. I'll do some research and tell Matt to work on it.
Thank you. Yeah, try to cop Tommy's cankles for me. All right, I also wanna do this, man. This is let me take this off. I'm gonna bring something else up here because this is crazy. You played Oklahoma State. You were on the national championship team, and I think it was 2018. You were a stud, freshman. I think you went 3-0. A lot of people can go, read a lot about your college career and all that kind of stuff. We're not gonna get all into that today, but you played with Viktor Hovland, Matt Wolff, Christopher Ventura. Was Gooch on that team too? I don't remember.
Gooch was a little older.
Okay.
He was before me.
But going to Victor,
Mhm.
again, as one of his friends, I'm sure, I want you to
Mhm.
watch this video and tell me, as his friend, what have you done to really encourage Victor to spend all the money he's made on the PGA Tour to have this video scrubbed from the internet? And I don't know if you've seen this. I hope you haven't, actually. I'm sure you have, but I hope you haven't. Let's take a look at this Victor Hovland masterpiece. This is just awesome. I mean,
That is
Austin,
tough. That
what
is that is tough.
have you
But
seen that before?
I know the backstory to that, but I actually haven't seen the video. That was in Japan
Yep.
in 2016, I think, and actually Wolf and I were on the American team,
Okay.
and, we beat them, we won,
Oh, nice.
but they did this. You had to do some sort of team dance. I hope you guys don't find that.
Oh my god.
It's
I
it's
don't
out
have it, but I'm
there.
gonna look for it.
It's out there somewhere, and it's bad. It's really, really
What did
bad.
y'all do? What did
I
you
can't
guys do?
remember. I just remember having extreme embarrassment from doing it and seeing the results as well.
Y'all did,
That
like, Bye 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 or something by
no,
instinct?
it was whenever freaking the I can't remember if it was the "Woe"
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
was in style,
Yeah, yeah.
and I think there was some of that going on.
Dude, that's a tough scene for Vic,
It
man.
God, and Andy's so chubby too.
Yeah, that video we've run on our Instagram account for, like, I don't know, we run it, like, every 2 years, and it still slaps every time we
It
put it up
still
there.
it. I bet.
It's unreal, and I don't know what he was doing. He was, like, twerking before twerking was twerking, and he
Yeah.
was but it was, like, you know, slightly overweight Norwegian white guy twerking, which,
Maybe the Scandinavians had twerking first or something.
maybe they should be claiming that first. Anyway, you gotta work on that, dude. Alright, so, now we'll get into maybe some real stuff. So, obviously, I talked about your college career.
Mhm,
I wanna just bring this up too. You obviously, won the Natty at Oklahoma State. Then you were on the Walker Cup team. Got pictures here
mhm.
from your Instagram account. I watched that Walker Cup. It was very cool. Although I do think you didn't make the coverage or something, right? Because you were
Right.
first out and you freaking kicked the dick in of who was it you
Mhm.
were playing that day?
I was playing Mark Power. He plays at Wake Forest. I think he's still there.
And you
He's a
won
little
like
younger.
7 and 6 before the coverage started?
Yeah, it was funny. They sent me first out, and then, I was up early, and our captain, Nathaniel Crosby, was like, "Keep the pedal down, tear them up." And then I finished on hole 12, I think, and he was like, "Well, you missed the coverage." So, but
That's gangster though, man.
but,
That's some that's big dick energy.
you can do that at that golf course, though, because if you get up early, it's a
Yeah,
I mean, you can't attack out there. You're literally playing to the center of the green, trying to
yeah,
make par. I made a couple early birdies, and then he was pressing, trying to get back, and threw me a couple holes. It was kind of fun. It was fun though.
and it was pretty windy too, right? Do I
Yeah.
remember that right? Like, so you're Oklahoma State guys, you guys are good with that. So I was gonna ask you though, like, between those 2, any, like, really funny or untold stories from the team, from the Natty, from the Walker Cup stuff, anything that sticks out to you that you'd be willing to share? I'm sure there's stuff you're not, but
No, I mean, I think the stomach bug that ran through us all at the
Oh,
national
yeah,
or at the Walker Cup was, I
that's
think that
right.
was public, but that was unbelievable. I mean, we went to the hospital. I mean, just to get fluids. I went through three IV bags just to feel okay. I mean, it was luckily me and Davis Thompson were the first 2 to get it. So we were, kinda recovered by the time the
Yeah.
first round started, and then freaking Robbie picks white pants for the first round, I think, or maybe it was the afternoon match we changed into white pants. I mean, all of us were
Struggling.
holding I mean, you couldn't let out a fart. I mean, it was
Yeah, yeah.
the whole week, you weren't you
Yeah.
weren't prepared for that. So, it was,
Yeah,
that's one of the good ones, but national championship, man, I would say honestly kind of a funny thing is, for the final match against Alabama, we teed off late for coverage reasons, it wasn't until, like, 2 o'clock or something, and, I was the only guy that could eat lunch. No one else was able to put anything down. It
they were just
was
so nervous?
so nervous, yeah, I was the only one that was for some reason, I had no problem, but I got nervous eventually, but luckily I was able to put food in
What
first. Wolf, Viktor, Chris, Zach, none of
they're
them
good.
ate.
Well, I mean, Wolff was just pulling energy from his cankles. He stores
Oh,
up a lot of
yes.
energy in
Yeah,
those
you
things.
gotta store it down there. He
Um,
has that ability, I don't.
yeah. I mean, were they did they, like, snack when they got on the course finally?
Oh,
No.
I'm sure they did, I'm sure they
If I
got
don't
hungry at
eat
some point.
I suck at golf. If I don't eat, like, I'm really shaky. I feel,
Yeah,
like, real shaky. I gotta have something.
I do
Um,
too.
dude, yeah, I forgot about the Walker Cup drama with
Mhm.
the stuff. Was it something you guys all ate? Was it the dinner or something the night before?
That's what we were trying to figure out, but we ended
It's
up having
crazy.
it was crazy because it ended up happening to where I think we had both captains got sick, and then we had 5 players, and they had 4 players. So, I mean, I think it was just a little stomach bug that ran through either the hotel or something and just took us all out. We
Gee,
thought it might have been a food thing,
yeah.
but then it happened, like, 3 days in a row where people were getting sick at different times, so we kinda figured that it was a virus or something.
And see, I mean, you're young. What are you, like, 23?
Mhm. Yeah.
See, you're young. See, you guys you're not used to having to, be on the lookout for a fart that might turn into a shit.
Exactly,
You
yeah,
guys aren't
we're not at that age yet.
you're not built for the your butthole ain't conditioned for that. You know, you
Yeah,
get a little bit older and you start thinking about that a little bit. I know
yeah.
Pat, my boy Pat thinks about that all the time, but you guys weren't ready for that, but you handled
No.
it. You went out there and just, boat raced Mark, whatever his name is, and made a good day of it. So good for you. Um, all right. So obviously we talk a lot about gambling. We talk about DFS. We're handicapping every single event on tour. And,
Mhm.
I mean, you've played a lot of PGA Tour events already, either through sponsor
Yeah.
exemptions, Monday qualifying, you got into the US Open. I think you played like 13 or 14 events already. So I mean, we
Mhm.
we have a little idea of who Austin Eckroat is as a golfer, but I guess and obviously your stats on the Corn Ferry Tour, you crushed it in almost every major stat category. Like
Mhm.
what type of golfer is Austin Eckroat? What do you think you do the best? What are you most confident in your game? What is
Mhm.
it that you got to tighten up a little bit to really contend on the PGA Tour regularly, or what are you working on? Just talk a little bit about your game.
Yeah, I mean, historically, throughout my career, I've always been a great ball striker. As of recent, though, it hasn't necessarily been the case. I've kind of struggled with the driver a little bit, um, and that's currently what I'm working on is trying to get back to where I was on some swing path and attack angle, the boring stuff.
Yeah,
But um, I actually always was a bad chipper, and I think that was historic Oklahoma State program right there because
damn Victor
I
Hovland
think
gave,
I think
he
we
gave you all the chipping yips over
yeah,
there.
no, I think Coach Bratton recruits ball strikers and says I can teach them how to chip, and then
Yeah,
it's a lot harder than we think. But I think I ended up the season on the Corn Ferry Tour last year, maybe top 15 in chipping stats.
I think it has you. It says, it's so weird. They don't have the strokes gain stuff, but
Yeah, yeah,
I see
yeah,
it like 24th in scrambling, which is really.
yeah.
I
That's yeah.
would not suspect you would call yourself bad at chipping and sitting there.
Yeah, no, that was definitely the main focus, when I had conditional status, and you play those Monday qualifier courses and, you're going for all the par fives and two.
Yep.
There's drivable holes or you're around the green all the time.
Yeah.
And I knew that I needed to start chipping it better, because ball striking out of those courses is not, the Monday qualifying courses is not how you get through. I mean,
Right.
it's everybody can keep it in a 100-yard wide fairway and hit a
Yeah.
soft green. So that was really the main focus was chipping, and I really, really improved on that aspect of my game. You know, I've already gotten some hate on Twitter from not getting chips up and down from some guys.
Oh,
So
really? Who's
I
that?
think guys that are betting on me, because
Uh,
when I was playing those
I hate that.
um, on those sponsor exemptions and stuff last summer, I was hitting the golf ball so well, and then I would make a double from 8 feet off the green. So it was I think there was some guys that were betting on the top 20s that,
Uh, those
ended up
assholes.
finishing 27th because of it. But, I
Listen, we
definitely
do
improved
not
that area.
endorse that, by the way. The Tour
Yeah,
Junkies do not endorse people
I
barking
think
at
it's funny.
players. So,
I think it's funny. I think it's all
yeah.
in good fun. It's good that people are paying attention and,
Yeah,
you know,
for
I
sure.
think I think it's a good aspect of the sport for sure.
Yeah. So, who's your do you have a swing coach? You have a
Mhm.
short game coach? Who's your coach?
So my dad is my swing coach.
Okay. Has he
Um,
always been your swing coach, I guess? He was a
no,
good golfer, right?
I've had people in the past, and there's definitely guys that, if we needed to work on something and, we didn't have the fix, that I would still reach out. Ryan Rhodey would probably be the first call.
Mhm.
He's in, Tulsa, Oklahoma at Southern Hills. Worked with him for a long time. Just, me and my dad try to keep it simple, set up stuff,
Yep.
and, I really like that. I worked with Josh Gregory a little bit
Yeah, I know
earlier
Josh.
this year for, chipping, and that was a huge, huge help.
Yeah,
So,
he's a short game guru for sure.
it is. It was immediate, improvement. Just
Really?
just from a little
Well, like,
fundamental change,
what
setup.
is that? Like, what is the change? If you can
It
share, I
was
don't know.
yeah, it was really just, my chipping was kinda like a shortened version of my golf swing
Mhm.
before. There was some weight transfer.
Mm.
Um, you know, I was making a golf swing, but just a
Yeah,
shortened version.
yeah,
The when it's that short, the center, you try and get your low point is kinda difficult, when you're moving your body around. So it's really just trying to get the body in the proper position to start, and
yep,
then that was really about it.
yeah. Josh is he's awesome. We've had him on the show a
Yeah.
couple times. We're based in Augusta. Josh obviously
Okay.
coached at ASU. I was going to college at ASU when he was there. He wouldn't have known me because I didn't play golf, but
Hmm.
he's a good dude. We've talked to him a bunch, and he's helping a lot of guys short game for sure. What
Yeah.
So talk to me about like, and we nerd out over this stuff, and we'll make this quick. Like green surfaces, right? Like
Hmm.
honestly, I don't even know. Like Oklahoma, I don't even know what. Like I know like southeast, that's where we are. It's like everybody's comfortable on Bermuda,
Yeah.
and you go up northeast, everybody loves bent. You go out west, everybody loves POA. What the hell do you guys put on out there at Oklahoma? And like, where are you most comfortable, or where not comfortable?
Yeah. Most everything's bent greens in
Mm,
Oklahoma.
okay,
You got Bermuda, everything else. So I've grown up bent my whole life.
okay.
And actually, my home course, Oak Tree National, just opened up, I think 3 or 4 days ago, and they put in Bermuda greens, which I'm
Oh,
extremely
dang,
excited about because I've always struggled on Bermuda greens. Like
really?
last week in Jackson, it was just, I mean, I think I putted fine. Stats say I putted fine, but I just wasn't comfortable on them. I struggle with
So
I understand how to read grain. That's not that. It's just getting comfortable
that's what I
on
was
them.
gonna ask. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I understand how to putt on Bermuda, and I've putted great on Bermuda before, but
yeah.
there's a comfort level in bent grass. That's definitely where I'm most comfortable.
Yep. What about POA? How do you feel about POA?
I like Poa a lot,
Do
as
you?
long as I'm not a late tee time. You
Yeah.
know,
Well,
they get a little bumpy, but
ev
I think I actually like the surface of Poa a lot. They're a little firmer too, which I like. So I actually really like Poa greens.
nice. Tell us. We have a lot of caddies on the show. We love caddies.
Mhm.
We've been interviewing caddies for 7 years, 8 years now. Who's your caddy? How'd you get to know? How'd you hook up with him?
Yeah.
What's he about?
Yeah, Stone Coburn's my caddy. He's my best friend from high school. Gonna be best man at my wedding.
Oh, good.
We
Maybe
kind of
Matt won't get the speech then.
no, yeah. Luckily, Matt's
He missed
rehearsal
one.
dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
that might have been part of the process there too.
Yeah.
But so we started working together at Mayakoba in my senior year of college. Whenever I got a sponsor exemption there,
Yeah.
and played really well. And then, we had kind of talked about in high school and, college and stuff on it might be a possibility. And then, we went to Mayakoba and I mean,
Yeah.
he was,
Top
he was
25.
great. I played great. Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
really good week. And, we just kind of decided, let's give it a try. And then we both, you know, we love it. He's making friends out here. It's nice to have a familiar face,
Yeah.
someone to talk to walking down the fairways, and he takes it really seriously. And he's been a huge help. And I think the comfort level in having someone, he can tell me I'm being an idiot, and it
Yeah.
doesn't piss me off. I trust his opinion, so
Is he a
that's been
good
really
golfer?
nice. Yeah, he's a good golfer. He wasn't a college player or anything, but I mean, he's probably a scratch golfer. He's a golf guru. I mean, he's always watching podcasts and YouTube videos, and so
Mm.
he has a different outlook on golf than I do. I don't watch those YouTube videos of the good guys or anything.
Oh,
Or
he's in all that.
yeah, but he's into all that stuff. And there's I forget the guy that he follows, but a YouTube guy that travels around and just plays top golf courses around the country, and he just enjoys golf.
Yeah. That's cool. So he's kind of been your wingman for a long time.
Yeah.
What was he like, helping you like land chicks and stuff in high school, or has he always been a kind of, that lifestyle caddy?
Yeah, he's kinda always been, my right-hand man. Yeah, you could definitely say that. And I would say I was his. We've been good friends for a long time.
That's cool. All right. I mean, at this point, it's such a hot topic. You can't
Mhm,
avoid it. Safe to assume, I would assume you probably had an offer from Liv, and your best friend Matt Wolff is playing on
mhm,
Liv. Like, what's your take on Liv and the PGA Tour? How do you see this whole thing playing out? And I'm curious because you just came back from rookie orientation.
mhm.
Was there some things about Liv? Were they hammering you with Liv stuff in that orientation? I don't know. Just overall thoughts there.
I really don't have an opinion. I definitely enjoy where I'm at now. Um, I don't know. It's a fun conversation. It's that even between all of us guys out here and on the Corn Ferry Tour, everybody's talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The rookie orientation, it wasn't so much bashed and live. It was more, tell him, explain how good the PGA Tour is, and it is. It's unbelievable. It's a well fine-tuned machine. I mean, it's unbelievable how many parts are moving and how well it does.
Oh, yeah. It's big.
Just the security of the PGA Tour is, comforting. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
The LIV thing that kind of scares me a little bit is it's just one guy financing it. If it's not worth his investment in 3 years, he might just say, you know what, screw this, I'm out. And even though he says he's not, he's in it for 30 years or something like that.
Sure.
I don't know.
That's a great point.
It's a weird conversation, but it's a hot topic for sure. I'm really, I'm definitely happy with where I'm at, but I don't hate any guys for going to LIV. I mean, especially the young guys. You offer a guy, financial stability for the rest of his life. How do you hate a guy for that? I mean, especially with a guy like Wolff, who's really not a golf lover. He's just good at it. It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys you played against in college. There's a couple, I'm sure that just went over there. So yeah, is there anything that LIV is doing? It could be anything that you think you wish or hope or think the PGA Tour should also do.
Not really.
What about the shorts thing?
I actually prefer the pants. I think it looks better.
Come on, man.
The pants we wear are so thin.
When you're at TPC Deer Run, sweating your balls off, you're gonna wish Wolff's gonna send you a picture from a LIV event and his cankles and go, look at these things.
Cankles are gonna be shown. Yeah. I played in Wyndham Championship last year, which that's about as hot as it gets. And I mean, there's times obviously that you'd rather be wearing shorts, but I prefer the look. I think you look more professional wearing
for sure, 100%. Yeah,
and I think that's just been part of it for a long time. The one thing I really dislike is shotgun starts. I think it'd be terrible coming down the stretch. You're 3 back going on the final round.
Yeah.
You're playing a great final round, and
here he comes with number 4.
The guy that you're playing against. I always kind of compare it to TPC Sawgrass. You're 3 back. You're on hole 3 as your last hole, 160-yard par 3, and the guy that you're tied with is on 18, a 500-yard par 4, wrapping around a.
Sure.
But one of you guys has to make birdie. I mean, it's different playing 18 when it's your last hole than when it's your 15th hole. So
I will say, just personally, like when I thought the whole shotgun start thing was going to be terrible from the jump. And then I will say for the first 2 rounds, I actually don't mind it because it does get things moving. Yeah. It all happens at once. That is cool. I definitely think the final round should not be a shotgun.
I agree too. And I mean, there's 48 guys. You could do twosomes. That's
shit.
I mean, 24 groups. I mean, that's not much. That's not a big time window. And if you wanted to, send them off 1 and 10. The guys that are. So I mean, if you want it short and quick, so I don't know. But I know Wolff's having fun. I know he enjoys it, and so it's.
You guys gonna have like a group thread going where it's like the Oklahoma State guys on the PGA Tour versus like Gooch and Wolff over there talking shit about each other every other week on the.
We should. Wolff texted me one week. I was in Maine, and he finished like, I don't know, whatever place it is to make $600,000, and texted me. It was his first event,
like 30th.
I didn't even play that good, and I had just finished 15th and made less than $10,000 in Maine. My expenses were out the ass, and I texted him back. I said, "Sweet, I played better than you and made $10,000."
Yeah. Also, I'm about to block your number for a minute.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for making me feel good, buddy.
You can slow down with that. That's funny though. All right, let's have a little fun now that we got that out of the way. Now I ask everybody. Well, this is a new thing. This is new as of like the last 10 interviews I've done, and I'm going to do this for the rest of as long as I'm alive. I'm asking everybody this question: have you ever had any personal interactions with arguably the most electric person on the PGA Tour, Siwoo Kim?
I haven't.
Okay.
I've heard some fun stories about him though.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize. That's the new thing. I didn't realize he was this exciting. I mean, I've seen him. He broke his putter at the Masters.
It's actually right. You won't believe this, but can you see this? This is so hard. I can't do this. See that right above that picture frame, that grip right there?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
I can
the
see that
top
super
end. That's
sketchy.
the top end of that putter.
Do you not have the bottom end?
I don't know where the bottom end is. I only have the top end.
Mhm.
If I can find the bottom end, I would love to. Yeah. So Siwoo is everything and more that you've heard, and
Mhm.
he's our guy. He's the Tour
Yeah.
Junkies guy. He's our mascot. He's our just love him to death. He's our white whale. We're gonna have him on the show one of these days. Our best-selling ever piece of merchandise in 7 years is a Siwoo Kim Ric Flair combo shirt that we've done. We love him to death, and he's electric. And so when I ask that question, I either get great stories. For example,
Yeah.
like Matt Naismith the other week just told like 4 right off the bat, just banger Siwoo Kim stories that were
Yeah.
hilarious. But then if I talk to a guy like you who's never done anything, then I this is where I, I say to you, okay, cool. Your mission now is to create moments with Siwoo. Okay. You have so practice round or if you see a spot next to him on the range, slide up in there. If he's eating breakfast or something by himself, hop up in there and
Yeah.
just create an opportunity. And when you have your first like Siwoo moment, DM us or something. Let
Okay.
us know what happened. So I'm going to start gathering all the chronicles of Siwoo. But if you're paired with him or something, pay attention, man. Just head on a swivel, be ready, because at any moment he could do something really electric. I think a lot of the world got to see a little glimpse of it that they haven't seen before at the President's Cup with his whole deal with Tom Kim, who also seems like
Yeah.
a electric factory. But yeah, I think you got to create the Siwoo Kim moments. Okay.
I will. I'll put in an effort for that.
Okay, and I want to ask you about, and I want to ask you more fun questions. We'll get you out of here. I want to bring up this picture. I just got to roast you a little bit, Austin. I just got to bring up one picture. You and your hero here, Jordan Spieth. But dude, what's going on? I mean, I know we all have our awkward phase. Everybody has their awkward phase, but I mean, was there not a pair of scissors in Oklahoma? Like your hair's grow, your cabbage is
Oh,
growing out up over your
yeah.
ears. You're at a golf tournament. You're going to see Jordan Spieth. Look how clean cut he is. And he's looking at you like you're a homeless kid that managed to get his way out on a golf course. What are we doing here?
Yeah, it's a tough look right there. Those nice blue framed braces too.
Yeah.
That's actually a kind of cool story. I used to work with Cameron McCormick for a couple of years,
Oh, nice.
and we were playing at Brookhaven or Brook Hollow in Dallas, and he had just finished second at the Masters, and this was right after that, and we played, and he beat me by 1. So I mean, a little guy like that with
Dang.
cabbage, looking all dusty. I'm
Dang.
kind of in the same boat right now. I need a haircut
No,
too. I'm
you're
on the
pulling it
list.
off. You're pulling off a little better now. You've grown into it. The beard helps you out a little bit, or
Yeah,
the stubble.
the
Um,
stubble.
so it's what's weird too is like Jordan looks exactly the same.
He looks exactly the
He
same.
has
It's
look
unbelievable.
he actually may look older in that photo.
I think he
Um,
was 21 in that picture. I think, fresh off the Masters, second place or whatever, the one where he kind of
yeah,
let it, ruined it at the end. But
2016 Masters. I hit Danny Willett there at 150 to 1. Thank you. That was a very memorable
nice.
Masters for me. Okay, completely. Austin Eckroat has a completely free day to do whatever you want.
Hmm.
What does it look like for you? What are you doing?
Well, depends on the time of year. I've always enjoyed going to the lake. It's kind of hard now that I'm, you know, traveling so much.
Playing 40
Same thing
events
with
a year.
hunting. Being an Oklahoma guy, you like to hunt.
Yep.
Hard to find that time though. I don't know. I like to drink beer.
Yeah.
Probably drink a lot of beer on that day.
What's your beer of choice?
Changes. I'm a big Mexican beer guy. Any of those, and then I also like Coors Light.
Yeah. I like
So I mean, if I had my pick, probably be drinking Pacifico. Um,
Oh, okay.
but then
I was gonna say go Yankees or something.
Coors Light does the trick too.
I've never actually had a Pacifico beer.
It's the best.
I should look into that.
Yeah.
All right, you're in Vegas right now.
Mhm.
What's your game plan in the casino? What does Austin Eckroat do? And I'm not saying necessarily this week because obviously you're keeping it professional. But if you're in Vegas, what's your game plan in the casino? What are we doing?
You know, my game plan hasn't been good so far.
That's why Vegas is Vegas.
That's why Vegas is Vegas.
Yeah.
I enjoy table games. Trying to learn some new ones. Everybody knows how to play blackjack,
Yeah.
and so I've learned Ultimate Texas Hold'em is something that I've enjoyed playing recently.
Ultimate Texas Hold'em. I don't know.
It's
What's the
fun.
difference?
It's a it's a weird game. It was a $15 minimum on the table here, and
Uh-huh.
then you have to put out 30 to play. And then, if you get dealt pocket aces or something like that, you can 4 times your bet. Well,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
you're playing against a dealer, and there's only 3 cards that come out. Oh no, it's a full flop. But then
Okay.
that game's fun. And I started playing Mississippi Stud this week, and
Okay.
that one's kind of fun because it's $5. The table's $5 minimum. I've just been
Yep.
playing the minimums on that, and I actually made some money back last night playing roulette. So who
Oh,
knows?
okay.
I think I'm gonna call it quits for a little bit now that the week's starting. But
Yeah, yeah.
Monday and Tuesday night I can do it. I can have a little
Well,
fun.
we hear we've talked to Tom Hoagie. Tom Hoagie's a big, craps player. If you see
Mhm.
Tom Hoagie at a craps table, you need to go stand
Go
over there and
stand next to
let him
him.
teach you something. Yeah,
All
he's
right.
stud at the craps table. Are you like now obviously, you can't do this with golf, but, like, are you a sports betting guy if you're in a legal
Mhm.
sports betting state? Are you a fantasy sports guy, fantasy
Yeah.
football, any of that?
Yeah, I've gotten into that, the DraftKings, fantasy,
Nice.
football stuff.
Yeah.
I'm into that. I've done a couple basketball games. Whenever I'll only do a basketball game if I'm going to the game.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun way to watch. I've really enjoyed the football aspect because I don't really have an NFL team, but I love the NFL, and it's kind of an interesting way to
Same,
watch the game. Especially
same.
if you draft a guy you don't know.
Yep.
You know, fourth string wide receiver, and
Yeah.
a guy catches the ball in the end zone. You're like, number 12, be number 12.
Yep,
It's
exactly.
kind of
That's me with
it's
Chris
fun.
Olave on the Saints.
Yeah, so
Um,
obviously I can't get into the golf side of it, but I enjoy the football. I've always done fantasy too, so I've never gotten into much of the just betting spreads and
yeah,
overs
yeah.
and stuff. But um, I made a bad bet on Monday night. I had Rams money line parlay with the over, and I missed on both. So
Yeah.
I'm clearly not very good at it yet.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago that San Francisco no, was it San Francisco, Denver game? Yes, was the worst NFL game I've ever watched in my life, but I had, like, 2 anytime touchdown bets riding on
Yeah.
that, and that just changed the whole thing, like,
Oh yeah.
it was the worst game ever, and if I had to do it over again, I would've just not turned it on, but I
Right.
was sweating some anytime TDs, and I hit one, Brandon Ayuk, and it made it fun. I'm like you,
Yeah.
I don't have an NFL team either. I mean, the
Yeah.
Falcons or whatever, so,
Yeah. My
um,
dad's a huge Kansas City fan, but they were so bad when I was growing up. I kind of just
mm,
lost interest in them,
yeah, yeah,
and I really became a fan in college of just NFL football. It was
yep,
the hangover Sundays,
yep.
and it was just watching football all day. So that was really whenever I fell in love with NFL.
Alright, so you obviously can't play it, we already know that, so anybody
Mhm.
trying to but do you look at your DraftKings price?
I have a few times.
Okay. You know what you are this week?
No,
You're 6,800 bucks.
is that?
Six
I mean, that's probably middle of the pack, huh?
No, that's on the lower side. I mean, but that's how DraftKings does this with like
Yeah.
the rookies. They don't know. They don't know what's going on. So you're down there with, like, let me say, you're down there with like Patrick Rogers, Chris Gotterup, Chez Reavie, Charlie Hoffman, Norlander, Dylan Fratelli,
Mhm.
Peter Malnati's goofy ass, Harry Hall. Yeah, you're in that range.
Who's the most expensive guy?
Patrick Cantlay. Yeah, it's
Patrick
Patrick.
Ewing. Yeah, that makes sense.
Cantlay, Homa, Sung Jae are the top 3, which you would probably guess. And then it
Yeah.
goes to Aaron Wise, Tom Kim, and Taylor Montgomery.
Taylor's good,
Taylor's good, huh?
and he's from here,
He
so
might be okay.
yeah, he's
Um,
I don't think he's finished outside the top 10 in like months.
yeah, he's pretty good. All right, couple more fun ones. We'll get you out of here. Guilty pleasure, Austin. A guilty pleasure music, like a band or an artist or something like
Mhm.
that. Yeah, like somebody that you like listening to, but if you're a little embarrassed to say it.
A guy named Dermot Kennedy. I don't know
Okay,
if you've heard of him.
never heard of him.
He's you know, I'm probably the happiest guy on the planet, but I love sad music.
Okay, okay, good.
Yeah, I like sad acoustic. You know,
Like in my day, that would have been. I'm about to be 39, so in my day, like sad emo music would have been like Dashboard Confessional. You ever heard
I would
those?
I would compare it to like Snow Patrol.
Okay, yep, Snow Patrol.
Kind of. I mean, it's more. You know, it's a little bit higher, quicker pace than Snow Patrol, but
Yeah,
it's very much. It's kind of like a It's almost got some kind of a country feel to it, but it's it's
Okay.
sad. It's sad.
Well, if you're a sad man listening or watching this and you wanna go get sadder, go check out that guy.
Exactly. He's
Um
he's unbelievable. Favorite song is After Rain.
oh, yeah, that sounds really sad.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Okay.
His songs are always good. They always kinda, like, start slow, and
Yeah.
then they just get,
They get slower? They get
well, no, they
sadder?
get faster. They
Oh,
get
they
they
do,
get
okay.
faster. It's the beat's not sad, it's the words that are sad. So if you
Okay,
just listen to the beat,
okay.
and the music,
Yeah, I like that. What
it's
about
kinda
your
like it's like the music you wanna, slap your steering wheel and sing with,
Oh, okay, I like that, I like
Yeah,
that. But you're just singing sad. You're
and
singing
just singing
sad
sad
words.
lyrics. Yeah,
Yeah, the person in the car next to you would think you're having a great time and you're singing like
exactly.
a real
Yeah,
happy song, you're not.
yeah.
Okay, I like that. What about your first ever concert? First concert you ever went to?
Hmm. I really am not a big concert guy. Trying to think. Really, the first one that comes to my mind is, Parker McCollum. I don't know if I
Oh,
went
yeah,
to any
he's good.
before that. He comes to Stillwater all the time.
You remember the last concert you were at?
Last concert I went to was shoot, it might have been Dermot Kennedy. I don't know. I mean, I've gone to, I'm really not a big concert guy, but I've been to we have a big festival in Stillwater every year called Calf Rye, and
Yeah.
there's concerts every night. Oh, wait, never mind. I saw Old Dominion. There
Oh,
you go.
okay.
It's my
Oh, they're
most
good.
recent one. Yeah, I love
Okay.
Old Dominion.
That's good. Alright, little country music. Alright, so you're about to get married, right? Aren't you
Mhm.
about to get married? I've been married for a long time, dude, so, I know that this happens. I like asking guys this question 'cause I just think it's funny.
Mhm.
You know, we all do something that annoys the shit out of our significant other,
Yeah.
and maybe so my question is, you might already know what that is, and
Mhm.
now it's probably gonna be amplified once you're married 'cause things
Mhm.
dynamics change, or maybe it hasn't happened yet, but you're anticipating it could happen, like,
Mhm.
for example, like HV3, his wife hates it 'cause he leaves his dip shavings in the sink and he doesn't rinse it out like
Yeah.
a gas. Like, what is that for you? What do you think that could be for you?
I think
Are you
there's a few probably.
Oh,
We live together, so,
yeah.
I call it our
So you
trial
probably already
period.
know.
Yeah, we've lived together since last July, so, or so over a year,
Yeah.
and I've called it our trial period, which I think that's one thing she doesn't like already.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But,
That
I
means you
don't
could
know.
back
I
out of the
I
trial at some point.
yeah, the trial ends pretty soon,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm locked in now.
yeah.
Hopefully, I leave my beard shavings every once in a while, and that drives her
Oh, you don't
insane.
rinse that out?
I
Yeah.
try to, but I swear more just keeps popping up.
I mean, it looks like you could really grow a pretty full deal, so, I
Yeah,
mean
I can go pretty full beard. I shave it though. I rarely have it. Like I'll
yeah.
shave tonight or tomorrow morning before we play. So
You're a Grayson guy, which I love Grayson
mhm,
clothes. They're, like, my
stuff's
favorite.
good.
We had EVR on not too long ago. Have you ever thought about trying to bring, like, the EVR mustache in?
No, my mustache is the thinnest part of my beard actually.
Okay, okay, so that wouldn't
So,
be a
but I've done a mustache. Actually, my best or my first, really good event on the Corn Ferry Tour this year, I had a mustache.
you
So
mustached it out? I like that.
it looked terrible, but it was working.
What, do you listen to podcasts? What's your favorite podcast if
You
you
know,
listen?
I listened to some of those, just on the road, those
Yeah.
crime ones.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy crime shows and crime documentaries and stuff, and,
Yep.
I haven't really gotten into podcasts, though. I mean, I'll listen to a couple golf ones, like I listened to, uh, do you know Coach McGraw out at Baylor?
Mm-mm.
Well, he's got a Better Than I Found It, I think. I think
Okay.
that's what it's called, podcast, and I did one with him. So then I've listened to a couple of his,
Oh, okay.
just kinda 'cause I did one with him and then,
Yeah.
wanted to, keep up and
Nice.
sure I'll do the same with you guys, and then, but that's about it. I'm into audiobooks if I'm gonna be
Yep.
in like a long car ride or something like that, and, so but no, I haven't really gotten into the podcast yet, but it's my caddy Stone's really into them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, if he's, like, into YouTube stuff, he's probably a
Oh,
big
yeah.
podcast guy. What what's something that, that you're good at that other than golf, like any other talent, anything like that?
I can throw a football, baseball pretty well.
Oh,
I
yeah?
played
Got a
quarterback growing up, and
yeah,
so it's I'd probably
cannon?
say I'm pretty. I'd say I'm pretty good at every sport. That's kind of I'm not great at anything. I wouldn't have made it doing anything else. I wouldn't have been a professional athlete in any other aspect. I'm not saying that, but I can hold my own in basketball, football, baseball,
Nice.
soccer. I'm pretty coordinated, but definitely wouldn't have been professional in any other sport. So.
What about, did you see my I tried to prep you for the 2 truths and a lie question. Did you
Yeah,
see that? All
yeah.
right. So Austin, we'll get you out of here with this. Give me 2 truths and 1 lie, and I'm going to try to figure out which one is the
It's the
lie.
lie.
See if you can beat me.
I had it dialed up. I gotta remember it. I gotta do it in an order to where I don't
Yeah, you got to mix up
mix it up a little
because you
bit.
don't
Let
know
me
what
think.
what am I assuming is the lie? Am I assuming
Yeah,
this is the first one you say, the last one?
exactly.
Is C, like all the answers on the SAT? Okay,
All right, I got you now.
got it.
Saquon Barkley came to my house my sophomore year of college.
Done.
Um,
Interesting.
let's think. I'm getting married November 20th,
Okay.
and what was my other one?
Saquon. He played at Penn State.
And I had another good one. Oh, wait, let's scrap that. Can we scrap that?
Yeah, scrap it.
Okay,
Scrap.
all right. So Saquon Barkley came to my house my sophomore year of college,
Very
and
cool.
then I'm getting married November 19th, and
Okay.
I was originally committed to the University of Oklahoma.
What now don't pull anything on me like a date, because I mean, you didn't send me an invite, so I know you're about to get married, but I don't know what freaking day it is. I know you're getting married in November though. The Saquon thing is cool. Now, if that's a lie, that is a very creative lie to tell,
Yeah.
because it's just interesting enough and random enough that I would be like, that's probably true. I do think that one's true. I don't think the Oklahoma thing is true. I don't know how you go from, I mean, I'm a Georgia Bulldog. Like, there's no way
Mhm.
in hell if I were committed to anybody, like, if I'm not going to commit to Florida today and then tomorrow go to Georgia. So I think that's the lie.
Yeah, you got it right.
Is that the lie?
I was almost committed to OU though.
To where?
I almost committed to OU though. I
Really?
mean, it was quick. Yeah, it was a weird time with my graduating class. For some reason, everybody wanted to commit early, and OU showed a big interest, and Oklahoma
Yeah.
State wasn't. And so I was like, screw it, I'm going to OU. But then I ended
Dang.
up, getting the, you know,
What
I,
about, what's the deal with Saquon? What's the story about behind that?
I honestly don't even know the story. It was Wolff,
Uh,
some agent, blah blah blah. But it was crazy. I mean, Saquon came to Stillwater, Oklahoma, and came to
that's
our house for 6 hours. And first thing he did when he sat down was had 6 Chick-fil-A sandwiches. So
oh my god. I wonder. I would,
he
what's
was
thicker?
cool. He was
What's
awesome.
thicker, Saquon's thighs or Wolf's cankles? Who could know? We need to see them together.
Saquon's thighs are the biggest thighs I've ever
Those
seen.
things are
They were
massive, aren't
they were bigger than my waist, each one. It was unbelievable.
they? Yeah,
You got to eat 6 Chick-fil-A sandwiches to keep that up, though.
guess so. And then go work out a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you, Austin. This was a good time. We appreciate it, man. Listen, we are going to be watching you and tracking you on tour this season. Get that dub early so then you can, make your schedule how you want it. Oh, I
yeah,
forgot to ask you this question. Hold on. I got to ask you this question.
yeah.
Favorite course, like when you look at the PGA Tour schedule, you played some
Mhm.
of these courses, you're familiar with a lot of them. What are those courses that you look at and go, that course, that's the one. Like that's one that I could see my game translating really well to. I really like that course, or I'm
Mhm.
comfortable there. It suits my eye, or whatever it is. What is that? What are those? A couple. Name a couple of those for us.
I think I'll really enjoy the Florida swing,
Hmm.
although it is Bermuda greens. I
I was
think
going to say Bermuda.
those are really ball striking oriented,
Yeah.
you gotta hit the golf ball well. I really think, once I get there, I think the Masters is gonna fit my game well. I draw the ball.
Yeah.
I draw the ball and I hit the ball high, which I think
Big
those are
grass.
2
Yep.
big things there, bent grass greens. I don't know if you've played or heard of Sage Valley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I played the junior event out there twice, and I won it and finished
All
second,
that.
which I think that's a very similar feel to Augusta.
Yep.
So I really, really think that course is going to suit my game. I just want to get there.
Yeah. For sure.
Obviously, that's a big ask to play well out there, but I really think the courses that are longer, I'm not a bomber, but I hit my long irons well. So I think
Mhm.
the long and ball striking oriented courses are going to be the ones that
Yeah.
are suiting my game the most.
Do you like it? You probably like a tougher golf course, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
you don't
seems like
want.
I shoot 3 under pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like I shoot
So
three
you
under at
shoot
the easy
300 at PBC
courses.
Summerlin, you're, like,
Yeah.
hanging on to make the cut, but you shoot.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But I don't know what it is. It kind of has always seemed like that,
yeah,
I just hang around the same number, but obviously, you know, out here you can shoot 6, 7 under pretty easily. But
sure.
yeah, I think the longer, harder golf courses are gonna suit my game a little bit better.
And so, safe to assume my next question is usually what are the type of courses you don't like? So probably those
Mhm.
that are, shorter, kinda like those that maybe off the tee, everybody's hitting to the same spots
Yeah.
sort of deal, wedge fests.
Yeah, the I've always struggled on Donald Ross. So I think Donald Ross courses have always I don't know what it is. They always
Yeah.
just
There's
never
not
played
many of
well on them.
those. There's not many of those on the tour, though.
No, there's you got Rocket Mortgage is one.
Yeah.
Played that and on an exemption and just this golf course did not suit my game at all.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. I can't believe I forgot to ask you that question about our
Yeah.
listeners. Like, what are you doing? All right. Thank you, dude. We
Yeah,
appreciate it.
thanks.
And thanks for the time. This was fun. Keep us posted on Siwoo.
Will
Okay.
do.
So your homework is Siwoo. Um, s- take a good look at Matt's cankles.
Yeah.
Keep Matt from talking during your whole rehearsal dinner.
Yeah.
And then my homework is I'm gonna try to find your dance video from that
I
that.
really hope you don't find it. I shouldn't have said that.
Dang, dude, I'm gonna be doing some digging on that. I got a guy that finds a lot of stuff on the internet. All right. Thank you, man. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you. Thanks so much.
Have a good one, dude. It was fun.
Yeah, you too.